excites me about Biome is that having worked with a number of other LPs and helped them get their licenses, seen what their marketing plans were and how they intended to survive in what's going to become a difficult market. Today it's pretty good for everybody that's in it. It's going to get tougher. And I wanted to be part of a group that had a vision for how to have long-term sustainability in the business, how to grow outside of Canada in a competitive way that was different than what others are looking at, because I do view that a big part of the future is going to be the global market and how we can springboard from the credibility of the Canadian marketplace and the regulatory environment here to bring that expertise to the rest of the world. We're the only second country in the world that has got a fully nationalized legal framework. The United States, of course, is a market leader in certain pockets, Colorado, Washington, California. But there's companies that are well established in the US that are trying to get a foothold in Canada so they can use that to market to the rest of the world. Because being a Colorado company doesn't necessarily help them in Germany. Regardless of one's political persuasion, legalization is for real here. It's been done the right way. It's been done very cautiously. It is not the greatest. It's not the greatest opportunity if you're in the business and you really want to market and you want to be aggressive from an advertising perspective. But that caution is what gives Canada the credibility globally. And so I really think we can take advantage of that, and Biome's better positioned than anybody else that I know. To me, the regional approach that we've taken with both growing operations and brands that are very locally focused means a lot, because I think that people will develop. There is no Labatt's Blue and Molson Canadian in this business yet. And people, I don't think, are going to, because they don't know what it is they're buying, what they're looking for, the opportunity to market to somebody about something that means something to them at home. So whether it's our Nova Scotia facility that's branded as Highlands, it means something in the Nova Scotia Highlands. People have an affection for it. Or Newfoundland with back home. I think that those are ways to create an emotional attachment to a product that people don't yet really know much about. So I'm really excited about that, and coming in a second wave of companies and being able to do what the big players are doing right out of the gate, meaning supply agreements with the local, usually a liquor distribution board of some kind. We're going to lock down supply agreements and shock other players in the business because they don't know us yet. I'm really excited about that in the short term. I think if you've been watching this space for a long time, reluctant to have gotten into it from an institutional perspective, first waiting for the regulatory framework, but then also seeing the mistakes that were made by the early adopters. And listen, a lot of them paved some ground, and no criticism of the hard work that was done to help to create the marketplace. But I think if you were watching that and waiting to figure out how to invest, we offer a group that's seen all of those mistakes, learned from those mistakes, and is able to enter the market from day one in a much stronger position than any of those other competitors did, and therefore make great use of the investor dollar and offer a better return long term because they're getting in on the ground floor of something.